Welcome everybody to episode number 128 of CoCreative NoCode's Office Hours. I'm Tonya, your host, and we're here with my partner, Pablo, and hopefully Justin will be able to make it shortly. And we are here with members Brittany and Thomas, Jay and Reece, and our guest Francisco. And we're going to get started in just a moment, but if this is your first time tuning into Office Hours, what it is we broadcast our Zoom session live on Facebook and we syndicate it on YouTube, and our members can come and ask us any questions they like about Bubble, and we do our best to answer them. We can't promise answers, but we promise you won't suffer alone. And yeah, we get it right most of the time. So we're going to go ahead and get started right now with Francisco's question. I don't know, did we hear back, Pablo, from Justin at all?
Nope,
Not yet.
not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully he'll be able to come in. Francisco, would you mind if we hold off on yours just a little bit to see if we can get Justin on for you?
No worries. I prefer to wait and see if we can get this figured out, then
Okay.
just be the first. Yeah, so go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. So Brittany, you're up. I'll go ahead and stop sharing so you can share.
Okay, you said it's on me, right? I'm sorry, I was doing something with my daughter.
No worries. Yep,
Okay.
We're ready for your question if you're ready.
Yeah. I'm ready. Okay, it's really a small question. Let me share. Hold on. Okay, so I was trying to do a collapsible thingy here, but whenever I want to show you what I'm. Let me preview this.
Oh man, I do not know how you concentrate.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Sorry for the laugh. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so when somebody's out there.
It's okay.
Alrighty, so this is the issue. So
Okay.
I have it set up to where it will, collapse whenever the password requirements aren't shown, like if you're not here. But how can I get this to not look like this? Is there a way to do that? Like, because I can't shorten it because this will be over this part of it. So I don't know if there's a way to hide.
That is a very good question. Have you? So show me the pop-up.
Okay, so this
So
is
the pop-up has to be a certain length to accommodate that.
right.
And then I know that I have a pop-up that gets longer when
I was trying
that I'm.
and there's no collapse. I was trying to, I don't know. And I can't put this in a group, I don't think.
Okay, so what kind of group is that? The group that holds the password requirements.
This.
No, the group that's holding the red text. Yeah, that group. What kind of is just a regular group?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what is, are each of those individual groups within the group? So like each text is its own text?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I know what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're going to make all of that text in do you make it not red when they've met that
Right.
requirement?
Yes, it turns green.
I think we need to switch that to a focus group instead. So that's what we have like for Canvas. The Canvas template does the same thing, but it does it as a focus group rather than a group on the page or the pop-up. And that way it's not going to affect the length. Like you don't have to accommodate
Got you.
the length of it in your pop-up itself. So
okay, so I wonder if I could just copy paste all this. Cool. All right. And the element will be password input password. And with each of these should still have, yeah, okay.
yeah, it should each still be in its own group. I did have the idea where we could just make it one line of text that would expand, and then the pop-up would expand and contract with
Oh,
it.
got you. But that still would, I would still
But
have,
that would still, you would still have one line extra, and that wouldn't look great. But I think that the real answer here is the reason I didn't go with that one line thing is because you have different conditions on each of those red groups.
right. So how would I make this? I forgot how to, I guess I could just play around with that later. I just want to.
Yeah, so input password, and then you can play around with the placement of the focus group.
Right.
And the focus group is going to show up relative to the reference element. So you might want to have it, if you want it to come up underneath the password inputs, you might want to put it relevant to or reference element the confirm password input instead.
Okay, gotcha.
You should still be able to trigger it from elsewhere, but that's the placement.
Oh, this one is that's not even the right one. I pressed the wrong one. Okay.
Yep.
Where's the confirm input confirm? Here we go. Okay.
Yeah. So then you can offset from the left, I think.
Right.
Like you can try positive and negative and see which way it goes, and then
right.
you can correct for it.
So how would I make this come up when they're first putting it in, if I have it on the?
Yep. So when you can make a do when condition. I don't know if you can do when an input is focused.
Yeah, that's how I did the group, this one. So
that group.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could, but for a group focus, you have to actually trigger it somehow. And I don't know if you can make it based on, I don't know if we can do actions based on the, like when a thing is focused or not. I don't recall. So we can try it, but that would be in that action, that would be in the workflows, not in the okay. Conditionals.
How do I start over?
If somebody knows better, you can always correct me.
So I would start a workflow on the password selection, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And then I don't know if you can do the conditional on the group focus itself. If you can, we could try that. Okay. The trick with hang on a second, let me go double check something because I might be wrong about the group focus. Password check. Oh, you know what? It's not a group focus. It is a regular group, but it's a group that's placed over, like, overlapping things on the page.
Mhm.
If that makes
Okay.
any sense. You want to see?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the password requirements is a reusable element that is a group here. And it's got this little fun shape there to make it like point to the input that it means. And
Okay.
it's a group. And then I don't think the group has the conditional on it. So it's this is just their logic in terms of what it's going to say. And it and the way that it looks, so I can show you. Let me just go to index and preview. So you can go back to the beginning where you had the group the way that you wanted it. You're just,
Okay.
instead of doing what we normally do and having it collapse, instead what you're going to do is, instead what you're going to do is you're going to have the group actually on top of other groups.
On top of other.
Yeah, so here I'll show you. So this is how they do the password. See how it does the group up
Oh,
here?
okay.
So there's actually the like reusable is placed in such ways so like it's over on top of the other things. So
Right.
so you would just put it over on top of the other things like the
Right.
actual buttons or whatever.
Okay. And it was doing that at first, but I think I needed to make it like it was all, you could see the group and the words in the group, but then you could also see the other stuff behind it. So maybe I need to.
Yeah, so for the other things that were behind it that you want to hide, you can make the condition that when the group that is with the requirements is visible, those aren't visible.
Okay, so I would need to group those in a group. Okay, I get it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sorry for the detour there.
That's fine.
All right. Let me
So, Brittany, can you try something? Because I'm thinking that the behavior that your papa was showing is not the normal one.
Okay.
I was a little bit surprised, and I think that might be because the sign up and the login groups are overlapping. Because I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you. I think I recreated what you were doing, and it's working well for me. So
Okay.
let's try. No, so not here. Check. You're seeing my bubble app, right? With sign up, login, these two buttons. So if I click, I have this group, and then if I click somewhere else, it collapses.
Right.
But but you see how the space is not really changing, which is what I think you want your group to have, right? I'm gonna see if we have the same issue with this one, because I made it overlapping, and maybe if we have the same problem, then that would be the reason. Otherwise, let's just try to put the groups on top of each other, and yeah, I don't know, but let's try. I'll show you how I have it, so that you can do it yourself.
Okay. So
I have the sign up group, and then down here the login group.
Okay.
And I am collapsing the element's height when it's hidden. And I think this works better. Sometimes I have problems if the groups, even if they are not showing at the same time, if they overlap, I have problems with the responsiveness and the stuff like what just happened to you. So I think it's worth a try. I don't know if it will solve it, but it should be quick.
Yeah, I think that would solve it because I don't know if you guys want to do it with me, but I do want to try that. Okay, I'm going to share because I do have them overlapping. Okay, where's the login group? Yes, so let me make this a little longer here. Okay. Login. All right, and then maybe I can, oh, wait, let me make sure.
Yep.
I think.
Let's check the conditionals. I think the conditionals will make it, invisible when they sign up all these logins. So that's okay.
All right. All right. So now maybe we can try.
And you will probably need to adjust the margin below the login group and between the sign up and the login groups. But
you said I would need to do what now?
Yeah. So if you go back to over there below the login group, so if you make it visible, you will be able to see what I mean. Yeah. So below the login group, in general the page is too big. Yeah, and also that should be yeah.
Okay. It's still doing
it. Yeah, that's weird.
Why? And I have it. I don't want to recreate the whole thing. How do you have on the login sign up group that you made, are these conditionals the same or?
Yeah, those are, let me check. I'm checking the first one. Yes. And then the other one. Yeah, they're the same.
Am I not collapsed? I don't think you can collapse this. I don't understand why I'm
okay, maybe the password requirements group. Yeah, I think the password requirement groups, is that inside the group sign up?
Yes, it's inside of the group sign up here.
Because I don't see it, but I don't see a group sign up in the elements tree. Can you click reveal in the elements tree?
Oh, you only have show hideable. So uncheck only show hideable at the top of the elements tree.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. And let's see, check the group invalid email. Where is it?
Right here.
That one? No. Can you make it visible?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And this is really inside of a group as well.
I don't know what the issue is here. Yeah, so it's probably worth trying what Tonya suggested, but I want to know why this is happening, because it's not the normal behavior. Like the normal behavior is what was happening in my screen, I think. Yeah, so I'm surprised.
Okay, so I'll try. Now we've been over like 3 things. Now I forgot what the thing I was supposed to be trying. That Tonya suggested on. Oh, putting it on the top of.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see if that'll work.
Something that I say never to do and then I tell you to do.
Okay, so let me.
I think it must be that some group is overlapping with something else, something like that. Because Bubble acts really funny when that happens.
If you right click on the group and bring it to front, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Oh, that's not the right group.
You might undo the couple things you just did so you can grab it and bring it to the top first.
Okay. Oh. I guess I just messed that up again. There we go. Okay, so I'm putting it on the top of this. So now I need to make this group, I guess, with a solid background.
Yep.
Can you do that?
All solid. Yep. So where it says background style,
Oh, I
none,
see.
you move it to flat color. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And then does it need to be, yeah, collapsed? Okay, that should probably work. So will this, well, I guess I'll see. Let's keep moving forward.
So we just need to reduce any, oh, it's still loading. Okay,
That looks better. Yep,
it's better.
yep. And I wonder if I can keep this up here. I guess so. I'll just put the same condition on the thingy here. Okay, that works. That looks a lot better than before. Okay,
Awesome.
thanks.
Yeah, no worries. All right, we're Juan is coming in, and so I think among the 3 of us, Pablo, Juan, you and I should be able to help Francisco.
That's gonna be a challenge.
Hey, how are you?
That's gonna be a super challenge, guys.
Yes.
Hey, let's go. Let's see if we can break the most simple chart ever. Let me open here for you.
Yep.
Are you able to see my screen here?
Yes, we can see it.
All right, let me just give you the preview here. I don't know if Pablo and Juan, if they were online yesterday. I don't think so, right?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
they've seen the problem. So
So
No,
I'm just gonna
not me.
give a quick overview so you guys can understand how to help me pretty much. This is a small dashboard made in Google Data Studio for a client of mine that I have. Their whole application is pretty much a huge database that they're going to be building with the clients, which are athletes. So the challenge here, I have to copy this database, this Google Data Studio that they have into Bubble. So we have everything integrated inside one platform. So the first sheet here, so with this graphic of tournaments per year, and these donut charts over here, that's done and it's okay. So I didn't have a problem with this. which is a part of how my problem is a little funny. So we have to understand that, for example, this chart here is already built and it's perfect counted everything. When I come here to this other chart, which is a stack chart by category. So we are talking about fencing athletes here, you know, with the little swords. So this is like the championships, not the championships, the competitions that they have per year. And here is the category. And here is the amount of them that they happen per year. So if we look, I cut it everything here. So we're just gonna be looking for 2012, 13, and 14. Because if we look through all the data, the problem gets much bigger. So I squeezed it a little bit so we can try to see if in a smaller sample, we can figure it out. And then I just reply it for a bigger sample of data.
So what we're trying to achieve is those three. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just these three. So when I look here on my data, I have here this database, which is called test dashes. And I have here one column for year with a date type, another column for year with a number type, the category, and I put here accounting column here just for the sake of the trials and tests that we're doing here to see if we can solve the problem, but I shouldn't have to need this column here. So I have here one competition in 2012, one in 13, and 4 in 2014. The categories is like U9, U13, and U13 and U11. So when I look here in the design, I have my X value made, do a search for test data, the year in number, just looking for if it isn't empty. And then I have here that it's supposed to print the numbers of the year in numbers here. And then on my Y values, I have do a search for test dashes, and I put here a category, and it's pushing like the name of the category here, grouped by year. I'm putting an aggregation here of a count, so it's just supposed to count the number, and the final thing here as counts. And this is what I'm having here. This is what is being printed on my chart. So we see that in 2012, I actually have the U9 here, which this one is positioned correctly, but the rest of the information is not. So the problem that we're facing here, and that Tonya and I, we were like discussing yesterday, is it that the chart is not being able to relate the information that they have, like the count that they have of positions, versus the Y position, the X position, which should be the years. I don't know if I spoke too fast, but
nope.
If you guys got it, because I'm already seeing this problem for a while, so maybe, well, let me know.
I think we had the X-axis working last time, and it's broken a little bit because you need the unique elements again.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I was wondering to tell that.
Let me just get it here.
You had the years, yeah, and then because the X-axis was working last night.
Yeah,
we had that part.
It's just that I did another test with my brother.
No worries.
My brother, he works with code as well, but he was like, nah, couldn't help me.
No code is not code.
Yeah. Pretty much.
All right.
Okay, can you show me again the Google chart to check which are the differences, please? So in 2012, we have only 1, 2013, 1, and then 2 and 2. Okay, can you go here? Okay, we have it completely. Okay. Can you inspect this chart, please? Can you click on inspect?
Yeah.
But with the bubble debugger.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. There, and yeah, type there. Okay. The X values. Can you scroll down a little bit? Can you scroll down a little bit more? I'm trying to find. Okay, there are the X values. So, okay, and the J. Can you scroll down a little bit more, until we see maybe blue text?
Here, the series one.
One, two. Which plugin are you using, please?
I'm using Chart.js.
Chart.js?
Yes.
But which one? Because I saw multiple ones, like variations of it.
I'm using Chart.js.
The one from,
yeah.
At the bottom, can you scroll down a little bit? Who is the owner? A little bit more. Okay, Techblocks.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. I will install it in one app to test it. Maybe meanwhile you can continue on it. Meanwhile, I am installing it and checking a little bit of it.
All right, so there is a little bug that I realized this a couple of days ago, that is on the X value. If I change here, for example, the search for year, and I put it to sort, sorry, when I change here to add a constraint, it's not a constraint. When I'm here, ano número, and when I put for here, for example, as a descending yes, we can see here that the number is going to change here. 2014 is going to be the first one, but the data is still the same, is still like fixed on this first position. So it's not even being related to the year of 2012. So this one Infantil U9 here category is just here by accident. So it doesn't even mean that this one is right and the other ones are wrong. So it's just wrong as a whole. And I did a few tests because the company, the plugin company, the Techblocks, they have a couple of tutorials online, and I try to use to do those tutorials, even the written ones or the YouTube ones that they have, and neither one of
I was
those,
checking the instructions there.
Yeah, we can try to check it again, but seriously, I did that at least 20 times each. So yeah. Seriously, it's no, I'm pretty much like I was checking about like trying to use this charts or within another plugin. And if you guys have any recommendations of any other chart plugin, that would be welcome, because I pretty much have only 5 charts made. So maybe it's just easier to redo those 5 charts and just move along than try to, you know, break our heads here and figure this out.
Got it. Justin is on his way, by the way. Just so you know, just so everybody knows, Justin is on his way. He'll be here in a few minutes.
Oh, okay. So. Just because forgot what I was going to say. Just because I think it's more important, you know, just for me to get it accomplished than try to figure it out, because I truly believe it looks to me that is like a plugin bug, you know. I might be wrong, but it really looks like a bug.
I added in the chart in the chat.
Yeah,
I added in the chat a link to where they say that they are very responsive. So yeah, just in case. And
Yeah, I'm actually emailing Alex, this Alex here from Chart.js. We have been exchanging email for the past 3-4 days now. And I'm actually also emailing this other guy called Lachlan, which I think is more of a, I don't know, teaching part of the company, because he's the one that have recorded the tutorials and everything else. And they're also, both of them, they're like trying to figure it out if they can understand what is going on. But I still didn't have any specific response. They're just like, oh, we're checking on it, but I still didn't receive any response from them.
Do you want to try it in a different plugin? I can do it on my on the Sandbox app.
Yeah, I think we could try that. Yeah, because the data is pretty simple.
Okay.
I just didn't get it. You want to run it, to drive it, or okay?
Yeah, if you'll stop sharing your screen, and then I will share mine.
Excuse me, which chart are you using, please?
I'm using the bar
mixed
chart.
Bar line.
Yes.
All right, let's go try a different one. Do you have one in mind?
One, sorry. Mixed bar line or
yeah,
chart bar
chart
line?
bar. Chart bar / line.
Okay. Okay.
Which one are you using again? I'm sorry.
The chart bar /
from
line.
Techblocks.
Yeah.
Oh no, but
From
the plugin
Techblocks.
is. This is the one that he's using. Maybe you can style one
This
from
one?
Timo. This is the one that he's using, but Timo have a good one. I think it's this one, Apex Charts.js. This one.
This one? Okay.
Oh, they're both really good.
Yeah.
Do you want to have your try at the original problem, Justin, or do you want?
Yeah, sure.
Got it?
I've actually just been working with it a whole bunch lately, so maybe I can have a look.
All right, I'll let you share again, Francisco. Thank you for your patience, but we
I'm
are suffering with you, right? You're not
no,
alone.
but yeah, for me it's like, dude, this is like this. This is a simple chart, you know. Like it wasn't supposed to be this hard.
Yeah. So just to recap for you, Justin, Francisco, if you want to go ahead and share again.
Okay.
The problem is that it doesn't appear that we have it such that the x-axis and y-axis have anything to do with each other.
Oh, okay.
It's like they're completely disconnected by whatever we're doing. So
okay.
So Justin, if we see here, the data that we are using is just for the years of 2012, 13, and 14. And this is pretty much what we're trying to achieve, is like a stacked bar chart, pretty simple. We have one value in the category of U9 in 2012, one in the category of U11 in 2013, and two in the category of U11 and U13 in the year of 2014. So this is pretty much it.
Okay.
The data that we have here is a column here with year, ano, which is year in Portuguese, as a date. Another one in number, the category here, and I put another column here as counting, just to see if there was like a mathematical operation problem or something like it.
Okay.
And then here on our chart, on the data of the chart, I have the X value, doing a search for the year as a number and filtering it to a unique element. And then on my Y values here, I have, it's doing a search on the dash, filtering by the category of U9, grouped by year, and making an aggregation as a count. So this is the same, which is like for the 3 series.
Okay. Can you grab the first series?
Yes.
So yeah, sorry, go back to there. The first series, can you right click that and copy it? So the problem with the x-axis is it has to be the exact same order as the other ones. Like you can't use unique elements because unique elements will not put them in the same. You have to ensure that your Y values and your X values are going to line up
in the same structure.
Yeah, they have to have the exact same structure. So you can remove the category. Yeah, remove that one, and then change it. You don't need to have anything in it, actually.
Oh, no?
No, you can remove hit the little trash icon.
Okay.
And then instead of doing count, you're going to do where it says count, click count.
Yeah.
There should be one. Oh, so you're grouping it by, okay, sorry, click on the group. I need to know what you're grouping it by. You're grouping it by the anno numeral. That's the year?
Yes.
Okay, and you want the exact grouping by year. Okay, so then when you click on, this is count at the very end.
Yes.
Apostrophe as count. There should be one that says anno numeral. Yeah, click that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this makes any changes. And if it doesn't, let's see what the issue is. So it looks like the issue that we're having is that you need to ensure that you are showing 0 values, like empty values, on the years that don't have anything. Otherwise, it's not properly spacing them out. And so that's the challenge. We have to figure out, how do we make it so that, because it was 2014 that has the 2 pieces of information?
Yes.
And then 2012 and 2013 have only 1 each, right? And they're 2
yes.
different ones. Okay,
yes.
So let's jump back into the bubble editor. Okay, so charts can be confusing, and they can be confusing even when you know the data. But when they're in Portuguese,
yeah, that's a big challenge.
Yeah, so let's just think about this for a second here. So how do we show data? How do we show how do we show 0 values, basically? Under series 1, can you click on group by anno? Can you click on the grouped by? Yeah. Click do not skip empty groups.
Do not, okay.
And then the ending value, you can't, you have to, this is not going to work that way. So what you're going to do is click close for a second.
You can't just do a dynamic thing in there? Like for the end year of being like the year of the
question is like, how does
year?
it know where to start? It's going to start from 0,
okay.
I think. So it's going to do, you're going to get 1,000 different values.
Oh, got it.
So how do you tell it when to start? Basically, you need the same Y value, X values that you had before. Okay. So scroll up. Maybe this will work. Let's scroll up. Let's grab copy the X value expression, and then paste that where series 1 is. And series 1 is year is
supposedly to be 2012.
2012. That's for Y. Like when you're doing the sorry, can you click on the search for Y value 2 in 2? What is the constraint that you're using?
Here, because I just pasted it, it's not with any constraint. With the series 2, sorry. I was using the category and until U11. Yes.
Okay. So basically, what we want is all of the years, the same years that you get from that search. So they're going to pop out. And then instead of doing anno numeral, why don't you go to the grouped by? So now you have is there a way to only count the ones that are what you want? Maybe, yeah, add another grouping.
Yeah.
And group it by category.
Yeah.
And then now that you have the categoria, try try where it says anno numero on the Y values in the expression on the right.
Right here.
Right there. change that to, I'm curious what kind of data is going to pop out of it. I know we can do this. We might have to, now that we, oh, this is so complicated.
It's simple, but at the same time, it's complicated.
Yeah. Do you mind if I think I need to work on this like silently. Do you mind if you share the app with me and then
not at all.
We can continue with office hours. I think I can figure it out. I just have to play around with a few different ideas.
All right. Where do I go? I always forget where
Collaboration.
Yeah.
And then invite a user. You can invite my agency account.
Okay.
Justin.hume.
Justin.hume.
Yeah. At do it at TechMate. So like TechMate. MATE.
ATE.
Remove the E after the M.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then consulting.ca.
Consulting.ce.
Say CA. Yeah.
All right.
Then invite me. Okay. While I'm working on that, I'm sure we have other questions we can jump on. And then when I figured it out, I'll come back and see what I figured out. Does that work?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. In the meantime, are there any other questions? Tonya, are there any other questions that we can work on while I'm sorting this one out in the background?
I think she just left because she sent me a message. I think she meant to send it to everyone, but she sent it to me. But she had to leave the keyboard for a minute. So yeah, if someone else wants to jump, I don't know who was the next one because I think Tonya keeps track of this. Okay, thanks, Thomas.
Reece?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can help you out, man.
Yep. Awesome, cool. So today is just a couple of little bits and pieces. It's been a pretty wild day actually. I launched my app today, which is nice.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
About time, huh?
That's 3 launches in like less than 3 weeks, I think, for our group here. Yeah, because Jay and Brittany and you. So that's awesome. Congratulations.
I didn't know Jay had launched hers.
Yep.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, so it's been an interesting day. I launched it this morning, and I launched it to exactly nobody. So things weren't looking too great this morning, but it picked up throughout the rest of the day. And by the end of the day, I've got about 1,030 people signed up. So
that's incredible.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's awesome.
Amazing.
yeah.
How'd you get those people?
How do you think, Jay?
TikTok.
Correct.
Awesome.
The power of TikTok, guys. Don't sleep on it. Yeah. So, I started off with nobody this morning, and then I found out you can't DM TikTok people unless they're your friends. So I was like, oh, I'll just post a random TikTok just announcing the launch of it, and it basically just exploded. I went out just before lunchtime and it had about 25 views on it, and then came back after lunch and it was at 20,000. And then from there, it just, there was a moment there where for like 10 or 20 seconds, I was getting 1,000 views a second. So yeah, ended up reaching 114,000. So
That is amazing. Well, you
It's
really
amazing.
sold.
Congratulations.
You
Thank
can go look at if you want to DM someone on TikTok, as you know, you can't, but what you can do is check their profile and go to their Instagram and DM them there. I read that on a thing yesterday.
yeah, well, I mean, with the people that I was trying to reach, most of them didn't have the Instagram.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, right hashtags, right music, right title, target it well, and I think everybody can mirror this, what I've done. So
where is the TikTok? That is what we need to know. I want to watch it.
sorry.
Where is the how can we see it, the TikTok clip?
Oh, it's top secret, mate. I'll be showing all you guys next week. Okay, early next week I'll show you guys. I've sort of kept it under wraps for a while. Just wanted to work on it myself before really showing anyone anything. And yeah, early next week I'll show all you guys for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have 10 more views.
We're
So,
waiting with
well,
bated breath. We want to see
I hope
this.
so. I'm, like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning here, and I'm still getting a trickle of people signing up, so it's good. The other thing was I was actually quite worried because my site crashed during the day. There was just it was just completely non-responsive, so I was really worried about that. And then people started getting in there and doing things I didn't want them to do, and just messing up a few things. So right now I'm just fixing up a few bugs and preparing it for tomorrow. I'll be dropping a bonus code tomorrow for everyone. They're all pretty psyched about getting their hands on that to test it. So yeah, hopefully there'll be more people ready to go tomorrow. So my questions were, if you ban somebody and they're in the middle of like using your page or something, what's the best way of detecting that without running a search every second to see who's banned and then redirecting them out of the page?
So the way that we do this with Canvas is we have a field on the user called active, and or inactive is actually what Canvas does. And then everyone is set to no automatically. And then if you decide to ban them, you switch it to yes. The trick is you probably weren't thinking of that from the beginning, but every page then you have to check like whether or not the user is active or not, or maybe there's a more refined way to do that.
You can do it in the header. If you have a header on every page, just within the header, do the check, and then it automatically just does it. And if you make it inactive as a yes, no, then if it's empty, it will resolve to no. So you don't need to make any changes to any users. You just, if inactive is yes, then like refresh the page or log them out or redirect them or whatever you want to do. Yeah.
How do you check it on the header? Is that just using like a do every second workflow?
On page load, what I would do. Do they stay along? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with your app, Reece. Is it, do they stay on a page for a long time?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they could be there for like an hour or more?
Could be, yes. Yep.
So you have to be very careful of doing any like on X seconds. I wouldn't recommend doing anything under 5 minutes because it can, especially when you have thousands of users, that can create thousands of workflows, like more than tens of thousands of workflows every minute. And so, yeah, you want to make it, I would make it every 5 minutes, do a check, or maybe every 10 minutes, do a check if they're banned. The other thing that you can do is you can do a condition. Instead of doing that, you can just, in the workflow, you say, do when condition is true, and then only when current users inactive is yes. And then when that happens, as soon as it triggers, it'll trigger that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm just trying to sort of stop people from being able to bet. So the 5 minutes wouldn't work because they could go into another match by that time and then start something else.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so you could put the condition on the matches, right? You can, before someone is allowed to enter a match, you can check for their inactive status.
Right. Yeah.
And it's also instant too. If you say do when current user inactive is yes, like there's a trigger called do when condition is true, and that will automatically put a listener onto that inactive field. And as soon as that inactive field is switched, then that person, whatever bad thing happens to them, will happen.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. The next question I had was the best way to stop a user from visiting a login only page is to run a redirect on page load, correct?
Sorry, what was that?
The best way to redirect a user who's logged out and stop them from accessing a logged in only page is to do a redirect when they land on the page.
Yeah. So what we do and what Canvas does is everything's hidden by default on a page, and then things are only shown when they need to be. So you have a condition on literally everything on the page, and so when you look at the page in that bubble editor, there's like nothing there, and then you do page is loaded, and then whenever so basically in Bubble's documentation, they say, if you use the workflow page is loaded and in the only when section, you use current user, as long as you use those things, it will redirect on the server and not redirect on the client, which means that they won't see the page. It'll be an instant redirect.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm really excited to see your app. Like
I know, right? The suspense is killing us. It's been long.
I promise. I promise next week.
Well, okay, not to be too hard on you, Reece, but you did promise that once you've launched, we would be able to see it. Now you've launched.
Yeah. Definitely next week. I promise you're going to see it all. It'll be, yeah.
Awesome.
What else we got? Yeah, actually following up on that, do every 5 minutes. I need to change a number on a particular page every 5 to 10 minutes. Just by cycling it through, not randomly, but the next item in the list. Yeah, I'm just wondering how to do that.
Tonya, Pablo. It's all right.
Okay, sorry. I think we're having shifting responsibilities here. Can you repeat that, Reece? And I will listen to your questions from here on out. I'll take point.
I just like to change a number on a page in the database every 5-10 minutes or something.
Okay.
Without it being random.
Yeah, that sounds like a recursive workflow. So
Yeah.
you would set it up, and then do you need something in specific to trigger it, or do you just need to trigger it once?
I just need to trigger it every 10 minutes.
Well, no, I mean the recursive, so every 10 minutes from here going forward, you want to do the same thing. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So I usually just make like a test page or just a button temporarily just to trigger it. I guess you could probably do that from the back end somehow. I saw somebody run something from the back end once, but if you go into your back end workflows, actually, you know what? I'll share my screen and I'll just show you. So you go to backend workflows and you create your 10-minute thing, whatever it's going to be. Minute workflow. And then here you just do whatever action you wanted to do. What kind of action is it?
Just change a text element on the page to a number in the database.
A text element on a page, send it to a number on the database. So is the text element connected to the database?
Yeah, no, so the text element is displaying the information from the database. And I just
got it. Okay, so you're making changes to a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so whatever the thing is, I know I have more data things in there. Make changes to thing. Oh, I guess I'm doing a search for. Okay, so I'll just search for match and then whatever I want to make the change to, I can. So commission, I can change it to whatever I want. I can say this matches commission, and then I can do incrementally whatever that commission would be +1 if it was a number. Apparently, I don't have that set as a number. So you can make that change. Now you just have to trigger this again to run every 10 minutes. So we're going to trigger this API workflow. And it would be current date and time plus 10 minutes. And I cannot tell you how accurate this thing is. It's crazy. Doing recursive workflows, it's like, or even recurring workflows, it's really accurate. So make changes every 10 minutes. So now we just have to trigger this to happen. So I usually have a test or a temporary page or something. So I just make a quick page. And I delete it after because I just have to click the button once. So button, start 10-minute workflow. Go into the workflows. Schedule the API workflow here, current date and time. And now I literally just preview it and click the button, and then it will, every 10 minutes from then on and out, it will do it.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's everything from me.
Okay, very cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. I can jump in. I've solved the survey thing now.
Oh, the chart thing?
The chart thing, not survey, sorry.
No worries.
Okay, so this is actually way more straightforward. So you guys can see my screen? It's good?
Yeah, it's a little small for me. There you go. That's better.
There we go. Oh no, now that my window's gone. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I jump in here, I've just used 2012, 2013, 2014, but you can make this dynamic. And then what I've done is on the search, it was way easier than we thought. You can actually group years. So if instead of using the number, we use the actual date. Then I'm going to group it by month and then an interval of 12 months. And then I can set a starting date and an ending date. So I just put the starting date as January 1st, 2012. And then I put the ending date as Wednesday, January 1st, 2014. And then it splits the data up and it does exactly what you want to do.
Come on.
Yeah, and you separate by category in this way. So yeah, as long as you can set that beginning date, then you're good. But you can't do that with text. That's the one problem. That's why the anno numero, or the number.
Yeah, the number is not going to work. Yeah, but that's fine for me. It's just all right.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's pretty straightforward. Thank you thank you so much, because like seriously, I'm stuck with this for like past 2 weeks, and I asked a lot of people about this, and yeah, this is a take that I haven't seen before.
Awesome. All right, well now we own your soul, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
No, for sure. No, after this, wait, because we still have another 10 charts. If after the 10 charts everything worked fine, then my soul is yours for sure. Because
sounds good. If you have any other questions, just let me know.
No, for sure. For sure. Thank you so much, you guys. And
welcome.
This dynamic that you guys have here, it's really, really nice though, because it's just a huge brainstorm of people trying to help each other. You know, it's a pretty new technology. And I was like, I was feeling that it was lacking this, you know, like this people just grouping together and jamming to solve issues.
Yeah, well, we're relaunching shortly because Pablo and Justin came on a couple weeks ago, and we're very excited that we have someone else who just joined us. We'll make a big announcement about that soon. Yeah, and so you found us at the right time, because if you would like to join, and anybody who's watching, if you would like to join CoCreative NoCode, which is rebranding to Pro No Coders soon, the price right now is $49 per month for access to all of our office hours, but it's going up to $99 per month shortly. So any day now, when we have our landing page and our subscriptions all worked out, we're gonna relaunch, and it will be going up by twice. So now is a good time to get in.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Great to meet you, Francisco.
Great to meet you
Jay,
too.
Jay, do you have anything? I don't know if
Nope.
anything came up. Nope, you were just
No.
watching today.
Yes.
All right. Thomas, did anything come up?
Nope.
Nope. Reece, you're good?
I'm all good. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Francisco, you got anything else?
No, just this for today.
Okay. Awesome. Well, office hours goes by so much faster when I have help. So thank you, Justin and Pablo, for being here. And thank you for Thomas and Reece and Jay, Brittany, and Juan for coming on for a while, and Francisco for being here. Thank you, everybody. And we will be back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific time for office hours episode number 129. And thank you for being here, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.